What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to make a direct comparison between the two Blockdags, Kaspa and Taraxa, because I've seen this time and time again and has gotten me very triggered. Look at this. The Taraxa community basically is saying with this post that Taraxa is better than Kaspa. So let's actually see this straight. The main thing that Taraxa is starting to say here is that Taraxa offers smart contract and Kaspa doesn't. First of all, Kaspa is gonna bring smart contracts eventually, which is all great and all. But the fact is that Kaspa doesn't even need smart contracts because Kaspa is, first of all, a proof of work layer 1 transaction currency. It's the digital silver of the crypto industry. It's made for real life transaction to send money, to buy stuff or send money to your friends or whatever. Taraxa, on the other hand, it's a scalable solution built initially on top of Ethereum. It actually started as an Ethereum token and then migrated to its own network, which is a very sketchy thing per se. I tend to stay away from tokens who migrate in 99% of cases, but that's the story for another video. Now, transaction fees. I don't know what the transaction fees of Taraxa are, but again, don't quote me on that because I don't buy Taraxa. I don't plan on buying Taraxa. The transaction fees of Kaspa are extremely little, so at least I can speak on them, and the transactions of Kaspa are extremely fast. Now, staking, yes, staking, no. This is actually not a good thing. Staking is not good. Staking is crap. It proves that Taraxa is not a decentralized project. It doesn't solve the trilemma of decentralization, scalability, and security. Kaspa is fully decentralized, fair launch, no pre-mining, no token pre-sale, pre-allocation or anything. Taraxa, on the other hand, has all of these things, and I'm going to go in detail later on in this video. When a coin is proof of stake, there's a company behind it, and companies want to make profit. That's why when you take the Taraxa graph and you go with the all-time chart, all of these people that participated in the pre-sale, etc., when the tokens were unlocked, they basically dumped because they don't believe in the project. They just want to make a short-term profit and get out. And that's exactly what they did. So you cannot tell me that staking is a good thing. I usually don't like coins that are proof of stake because of this reason. Crypto is made to be decentralized, and this defies every concept of decentralization, unfortunately. Before I dive into anything else, we need to at least spend a couple minutes talking about the all-time charts. Okay, so Kaspa started basically from zero, and then we had a very good organic growth because Kaspa is fair launch. If we go here on the Kaspa Tokenomics on the website, we can see here, Blockdag, blah, blah, blah. Kaspa is 100% decentralized, open source, and community managed. It's community driven, okay? There's not a foundation, there's not a company behind it that is just making profits with token pre-allocation and all those kind of things that Taraxa has. So this is a big point in favor of Kaspa. And another thing about Taraxa is that basically they started marketing themselves as a Blockdag in May this year, okay? It didn't mention Blockdag anywhere in the website. And this is for the simple reason that they saw that Kaspa was basically picking up. So they wanted to jump on the hype train and just basically get profits and new investor because of that, because they wanted to leverage on that trend. Taraxa is a crappy influencer coin. All of the paid shillers influencer are promoting this on Twitter and some of them even on YouTube, but especially on the Twitter space is disgusting when it comes to Taraxa. I don't know if they bought like followers as well, but people are paid shillers and that is terrible. That is terrible. I'm 99% certain that is a paid shill coin. Taraxa, if we see the all-time graph, as I was mentioning before, there is just a big dump because all of the people that participate in pre-sale, the VCs, they all dumped. They all dumped on retail investors, and retail investors get wrecked. And if we see here, we are down 93.58% from all-time high. If a coin is above 90%, how do you think you're gonna actually financially recover from this? Nobody's gonna pump your bags. Nobody. I don't care who comes, the aliens coming to Earth. Nobody's gonna pump this. It's very sad because people basically just get scammed by shill influencers. As I always say, the crypto industry is just disgusting and there's so much shit. And this guy saying that Tar is gonna 1000x. What the fuck are you smoking, bro? It doesn't make me sad. I mean, you're stupid if you buy this. I'm sorry. No disrespect. Taraxa is basically an EVM compatible smart contract platform. That's EVM means I think Ethereum virtual machine. So that's basically the computational engine for Ethereum. So that's how Taraxa is able to offer smart contracts. You'll see, you look at this and you're like, what does this solve? This is nothing new. There's no point on you marketing this as Blockdag because it's just crap. It's just like, it doesn't solve anything new. It's not as more revolutionary as like Cardano or Solana or Optimism, Arbitrum, other layer 2s. It's nothing new, and I don't care that you just brand as Blockdag just because you want to compare yourself to Kaspa, which they probably know that it's going to be the next big thing, and we know that this is going to do very bad in the bull run. I think that there's still some profits to be made in the bull run, don't get me wrong, but if you do like a 2 or 3x on a coin like this, also with a high risk, medium to high risk, let's say, why don't you just put money on Kaspa and you have like at least like a 20x guaranteed? It's just a no-brainer to me, but some people are just stupid. Token distribution, as we see, it's disgusting. Foundation 20%, private sale 15%, team 15%, seed sale 9%. Come on, bro. How can people be bullish on coins like this? They're just literally Ponzi schemes. If you bought this, I generally, no judgment, I just want to hear down in the comments why you bought this and why you believe in this project, because I can't see anything good. So as I was saying before, 93% down from all-time high, whereas Kaspa is 4% down from all-time high, and it literally looks like it's always on the verge of a breakout. And I think that we're probably gonna see Kaspa skyrocketing to the moon very soon. I think that the time of buying below 5 cents is just one of the last chances that people have to buy below 5 cents. I definitely see Kaspa going to at least 7 cents in the short term, and probably by the end of the year, I think we'll approach the 10 cents territory, which is the last territory in which I set myself to DCA. After that, I've loaded my bag. I'm basically almost a Kaspa shark, and I honestly can't give a shit about buying more. I think I have enough to change my life for the better in a couple of years, but that's beside the topic. To end like this tokenomics conversation, Kaspa again is a proof of work. The circulating supply is 74%, and it's actually been recently confirmed by CoinMarketCap. They recently audited that. The maximum, so the total supply is 21 billion. The maximum supply will be 28 billion. And this is gonna end once all of the miners generate the remaining Kaspa. Taraxa, on the other hand, has an unlimited maximum supply because, of course, this is a proof of stake coin, so coins are really gonna be generated out of thin air. So it kind of seems like the circulating supply is like 30% of the total current supply. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound good either, to be honest. And also, you look at this and you really see how Taraxa just sets itself to be like a paid shill influencer coin. Who puts in the roadmap run hype campaign in the Taraxa community? Market hype. It's all based on hype and speculation. This coin doesn't solve anything. It doesn't solve the trilemma because it might solve scalability and security, but it most certainly doesn't solve decentralization. This is as centralized as it can get. It's probably more centralized than even Ethereum or Solana or all those coins. And even here, look, just market hype to wider audience by publication influencers. Kaspa doesn't need any of that. I hate that term, but the influencers that talk about Kaspa like I'm doing, I guess, just do this completely organically. Kaspa doesn't pay anyone. Kaspa doesn't need and doesn't want to pay anyone because they know that the utility is superior. They know that it's one of the fairest projects out there. So Kaspa doesn't need to do any of that. It's all organic. If people want to talk about Kaspa, it's because they actually believe in that project. It's because they actually see the value and the potential that Kaspa has to be in the top 10 of the crypto list by 2025. And this is for sure gonna happen. Whereas Taraxa just needs to rely on just PR and influencer marketing to just get their project out there, and then they have to post those fucking crap comparison that doesn't hold any ground because the only point that they need to make is the smart contract bullshit, which is not what Kaspa is intended to be in the first place. And actually, Kaspa is actually going to release smart contracts sometimes in the bull run. But again, they don't need that. They don't need that. It's just like a cherry on top of the cake. But the actual cake is the transactional value that Kaspa has and the potential to be the digital silver of the crypto industry. And to basically solve what Bitcoin was originally created to be, you know? Bitcoin ended up being a store of value, a form of digital gold, but Bitcoin was actually made with transactional value at the beginning as well. And this is what Kaspa is actually setting itself to be, fixing all of the faults that Bitcoin has, so we can forget all about the very slow and expensive transactions, because Kaspa is super fast, super reliable, and super cheap to transact. So I hope that I shed a light on this topic for you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe and drop a like if you haven't already. This helps this channel out tremendously. I'm bringing daily content for you guys. I have a lot of announcements that I'll make very soon because this channel is growing very rapidly. And I'm super excited to show you very soon what I've been working on the background. So thank you again. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.